Watching me here, you are live with the Wolfies. And if you're watching me here, you are our half acre homestead. How's it going, everybody? Please excuse me. I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. Let me just make sure that my lens is clear here on both cameras or on both phones. There's a reason why we save our old phones, because they do work on Wi-Fi. How is everybody doing? Today is Sunday, March 5th. Excuse me, I've got to put my hair up. I had a really busy day yesterday, and you guys are getting it all on our half acre homestead. I can't see the chat at the moment. You guys on our half acre homestead are getting it all tomorrow on a video. It's called a post fibro flare Saturday with Mrs. V. Because you know what? When you're in a fibro flare for anywhere from 3 to 7 to 10 days to 2 weeks, you cannot, I can't see a darn thing. You cannot, you do the bare minimum, right? Hang on here. Here we go. You do the bare minimum when you're in a fibro flare. So when you have, there you are. When you have a good day, you have to make the most of it, right? Oh, wait, now why is this suddenly working properly again? Let me pop out my chat here on Live with the Wolfies. And I'll watch my chat from here. Hi, I can't say hi to absolutely everybody on our half acre homestead because I can only see the chat on the phone. Excuse me. So, I did a video. Somebody once a long time ago asked me to do a video of just following me. Hi, Linda Bob. Leona, Lynn Smith, Seashell, Alice Silva. Who else have we got over here? Lacey Black, Susan Valence, Danny Love, my Danny Love. Anyway, I've had people ask me before, can you just take your camera around with you on a regular day? And I'm like, do you have any idea? Hey, Ma, how's it going? Last night won $15,000 at the casino. Ma, that's awesome. Bravo. I hope you spend it wisely, but make sure you spend some of it on yourself, okay? Don't just get what you need, but, make sure you have something you do for yourself. Congratulations, Ma. All right, so I've had people ask me in the past, can't you just take the camera around with you on a typical day? And it's like, when you are the only person doing the work, when you're the hi Pam, when you're the cameraman, and you have to set everything up, and then you have to do the work and film and edit and then upload it and answer questions. That's a lot of work for one video. But for you all, I was feeling so good after my fibro flare. Like the worst of it, like I woke up feeling really good on Friday, but I was still a little discombobulated, like it's like a hangover, but it's not, you don't feel sick. You just kind of like you're coming out of anesthetic, right? Hey, Linda Willitson, Ninja Clan Kathy. So yesterday I felt really good. Like I was in the yellow. I'll never be green again. But I was in the yellow to the light green. Yeah, the brain fog, absolutely. And so hi, Janet. So I did what everybody's been asking me to do for years. I took the camera around with me and I filmed, not everything I did, obviously, yesterday. Like you don't get the camera, me changing the garbage can or cleaning the bathroom toilet or anything like that. But you got a 5-minute video of the stuff I had to get done yesterday because you don't know how much time you have from fibroflare to fibroflare, right? When was your birthday, Ninja? Hey, Jean Kubachak, how are you, darling? You know what? That was Howie's birthday, too. So guess what? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ninja Cat. Never mind. Happy birthday to Ninja Clan. Kathy. Happy birthday to you. That was Howie's birthday too. And my sister's was on Friday. And I assume she was out with her boys because, or with her family because she didn't come into Freaky Friday. Thank you, Jean. Nothing feels better than coming out of a fibroflare. Trust me. Nothing feels better than coming out of a fibroflare. Hey, Andrew, how is Yorkshire? Hi, Mrs. V. I enjoy watching you and learning also. Well, thank you, Half Pint. Mark Mitchison, how are you? So what I'm doing now is like everybody's saying, do more Rumble, do more Rumble, do more Rumble. But the problem is these channels, the Reading with Beverly Wolfe, the Our Half Acre Homestead, and Life with the Wolfies, I have committed that income to paying bills. So I have to make a certain amount. I'm not asking for money. This is not where this is going. I have to make a certain amount each month to cover the bills that, I committed to when I started earning. So when it comes to doing a Rumble, I've got 3 channels to run. And you guys, ask the reading channel. They wait months and months and months and months sometimes for another book or another chapter because I don't work on the reading channel all summer long, right? Hey, Simply Jessica. Hi, Linda Sakes. Is it Saya? Missouri Belle. I don't have Rumble. I don't know anything about it. Does Rumble pay you? Not yet. Because I only have, I think 300 or 400 no, not even 400 subscribers, 300 subscribers maybe on the Mrs. Wolfe Let's Talk channel. And then I think I got 61 on the new Cooking with Cannabis channel, which has some old videos on it, but I am working on new stuff. So in reality, I have to constantly be working on 2 to 3 channels to make my bills. And then the Rumble channels, because they're not paying me, but I really want to work on them, they have to take a back seat. Hey, Mindy Patriot Angel. And so are you putting these up on both? Yes, you are, Seashell. Thank you, darling. I did something yesterday. I paid $55 for a download for a piece of software so I can download video off of the internet. You know what I'm using that for, right? I'm downloading everything. Where do you get your stuff from? Well, you're going to see where I get my stuff from. And that downloading buying that software for downloading videos off the internet. No, Gab is not Rumble. Rumble is basically like YouTube, only it's uncensored. And Gab is like Facebook, but uncensored. Now, I got to tell you this, folks. You've heard me say this before, and I've got to say it again, okay? No, we didn't get them tapped. They should have been done this week, but he might be able to do some this week. I don't know. We got a snowstorm. So now everything's melting, but we'll tap them this coming weekend, or on Sunday. We'll probably be going to Angie's on Saturday and then tapping trees on Sunday. So let me tell you the difference between Gab and Facebook, or Farcebook, I like to call it. Okay. Hey, Yellow Bird, up high in Banana. I hope you are nowhere near. Well, yeah, and I'm going to talk about that, the Ohio stuff. I'm going to talk about that on Rumble. Oh, it's lovely weather in North Carolina. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, it is nice here now, right? Anyway, the difference between Gab and Facebook is we've been on Facebook for how long now? People have been on Facebook. I started Facebook. I do believe it was 2001 when I did my first Facebook. I really didn't do much to it back then. It was when it first came out. Okay. And I've had probably 10, 12 Facebook accounts since, just because, something would die and I wouldn't remember my password, or whatever the case may be, right? So over time, Facebook has been gathering information and censoring your content to the point where, people are so used to having everything that may be offensive removed that they can get offended over the price of eggs now on Facebook. Right? But when you go, because there really is nothing on there. There really is nothing on Facebook other than stupid, mindless crap. Unless, of course, you've got like a private Facebook page like we have and called Connected Hearts. And but I don't even do that anymore that often. I just keep it there because some people can't do or won't do Gab. But Facebook for the last 10 years has been slowly weaning you away from any kind of controversial conspiracy theory type stuff. Now, we all know conspiracy theory means spoiler alert, right? Right? We know that. But the problem with this is that those of us still on Facebook, if you're not aware, you don't even realize it anymore. It's become a part of the experience of Facebook to be censored. Right? So when you go to a place like Gab, where there's, white supremacists and racists and way out there cuckoo for Cocoa Puff people and really offensive people, right? Patreon, I have questions about. Could you copy that question, Seashell, and hold it for me and then repost it when I'm done here? So Gab, all right, Facebook has stopped the scrolling process for you. You don't have to scroll by anything offensive anymore. Just stupid stuff, right? Whereas Gab, you have to retrain yourself how to scroll, not to get sucked into arguing on the internet. Remember the arguments we used to have on Facebook? You don't see them anymore, do you? Why not? Because everything we could possibly be arguing about or having constructive conversations about has been censored away. Hi, Helen Burke. How are you, darling? That's okay. We just got here. We've only been here for 14 minutes. So Gab, you have to learn how to scroll past what offends you. Oh no, we have to be big. We have to put our big boy pants on, right? So I only have Facebook for far from relatives. So that's why I've been weaning everybody from seeing me on Facebook. And I post my videos now before I go out on. I post them on Gab now too. And I post them on Facebook. Yes. I don't post any of my videos on Twitter until after they're done. Why? Because Twitter is where all the really bad trolls come from. But I still use Twitter. Why? Because it may be a cesspool. Oh, Facebook, Helen, if you think Facebook is vicious, go to Gab. You should see some of the crap people say about, about racism stuff. But one thing I found really amazing was a woman went on Facebook and posted, or not Facebook, Gab, and posted a video. It's right above. It's right above Pam. Seashell is posting all the links. Has ever been a place for constructive conversation? Yeah, it's never been, Laura. Never has been. But on Gab, I watched somebody put a video up and they were talking about discrimination against fat people. Now, while I agree, fat people get discriminated against, but she's trying to quote that it's not scientific, that it's racist. I got to find the video again because I'll download it and I'm going to put it on Rumble and tear it apart. But she talked about it being people talking to you about diets and health plans, or people talking around you about, the latest diet mod, that's racist against the fat person in the room. Let that sink in for a second. Like, yes, I agree that fat people can be discriminated against, and it's not always their fault that they're fat. All right? But when did fat become a race? When did body image become a race thing? So this is where I'm getting sick and tired of this race word. Everybody's using it for everything now, right? So you're going to see me on Rumble showing videos like that and then ripping the shit out of them. Why? Because I'll be able to, because it's Rumble. Let's get people on the critical thinking track again. Let's all be grown-ups. When you're on Gab, and when someone starts talking about the Jew bankers and the this and the that, you just go, that's all you have to do is scroll, right? I know, Alice, I know. But this is a person who had actually a fairly good idea about what she wanted to say, whereas fat people are discriminated against, and they are. But to call it to call being fat, diets are unscientific, and that people talking about diets around a fat person is racism, just totally blew her out of the water. I went and deleted all personal info and photos I was stupid enough to post and share with my family, and I wanted that stuff removed, so I had to. Okay, so was there somebody asked me something, and I asked Seashell, did you save it? So Rumble, you're going to still get all your videos on Life with the Wolfies. Like I got footage I still have to edit. As of today, I worked all day yesterday. Today I'm editing, right? You know what? Our weight it is what it is. We don't know what somebody else is struggling with. I worked for a guy who's a chef, okay, in a restaurant. And I said, man, are you one skinny drink of water? Because he's like 6'2" and about 160 pounds, right? And he goes, how would you like it if I said, wow, are you ever one big fat woman? And I went, what has that got to do with me saying you're skinny? He said, it's the same thing. I said, no, fuck, it's not. Pardon me, folks. I said, no, it's not. People don't discriminate against you because you're thin. People don't look at you and disparage you because you're thin. People don't ask to be moved from their plane seat because they got to sit next to you. Okay, question from her. So it's not the same. right? Earlier, Patreon, I have questions about if we was to move to Patreon and leave YouTube to get to your content, do I still get to participate in the seed exchange? Okay, Patreon is like it's an inner circle group. And I don't mean to think that everybody's left out, because you're not left out, because I do live streams for you guys. I do videos for you all the time, right? But Patreon is not Rumble. It is YouTube, but it's on one of my channels, other channels. And the videos that we do, the live streams, we do 3 live streams a week on Patreon. And the videos that we do, the live streams that we do, are private. They are unlisted. You're not allowed to share them. A lot of times, if the discussion gets really personal, the video gets deleted. Right? Some people are like, "Oh, I can't watch it after I'm leaving because I can't always watch the video afterwards." Some videos you just got to be there live. You just have to be there live. Most Monday and Wednesday videos get left up unless it was a really private conversation, and then I take it down. But the whole thing about Patreon is on Mondays and Wednesdays, we get together around 4 o'clock like today, but we talk about real stuff. We talk about our feelings. We talk about our opinions on what's true and what's not true. We talk about all sorts of stuff that's just not allowed on YouTube. And the whole point of being in Patreon is what you see there and what you hear there stays there when you leave there. And if there's anything too personal, or I've made too personal of a statement, I will delete it afterwards. But 9 times out of 10, Mondays and Wednesdays gets left up for if you couldn't make it. Now, Freaky Fridays always gets deleted immediately afterwards. Within 5 seconds of me shutting it down, it gets deleted. I'm short, fat, and happy. That's what matters. See, I always see you, Linda, as like a pogo stick. You know, I see you thin. But I just see, this is the one thing about being on a live stream, something like this, where I can't see faces, right? Or I can't see bodies, or I don't know what you look like, because I see you with my heart. And it may not be anything what you look like, but to me, you're beautiful, always. Whether you're thin or fat or, green or yellow or blue, It's one race, the human race, and we all are imperfectly perfect. We can only strive towards perfection. We can't attain it. We're not God. I have a fat belly too. I can hide my hands under my belly flap. That's right. You get to know the inner self, not the shell, right? So anyway, so that's what Patreon is. Patreon is some people don't ever show up for a live stream, never watch anything afterwards. They just do it to support me financially. But anybody, most people, the people who show up at Freaky Friday every Friday night, sometimes it's Silly Saturday or Sassy Saturday, they will tell you the $5 a month is worth much. That Freaky Friday is worth the $5 a month. Only because we just sit here and I don't have to go behind the fan to fix my teeth, which I'm going to do in a minute. And we turn on the disco lights and we listen to music and we dance and we talk and we just scrape the week off, scrape any negative residue from the week off, and we just party for about an hour and a half. So I love not seeing each other. Does that mean you want me to go screenless and just be my voice? I can do that. I can just put a picture up there. So, yeah, so I'm from the UP. What's the UP? What's the UP, Natalie? We went 5,000 miles the whole trip, visited family. Oh, you did that last summer, didn't you? And well, tomorrow is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, guys. You get live streams with me. They're usually run Mondays and Wednesdays usually run anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they've run 2. I like non-censored stuff. Well, that's where I'm moving to. I'm starting. I'm going to be okay. The difference between Rumble and YouTube is all I have to do is say, okay, these clips I got from here, and if I put a clip up, and I say this was done by me, this is when it was done, and this video has got no ownership for anyone else. I'm just me and Rumble, right? And I mean, my favorite video on there, like I just did most of my videos, they'll only get like 200 views because people don't know that Rumble's there and that I'm on Rumble, because you're used to seeing me blah, 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 right? Google Mrs. Volpe and or Our Half Acre Homestead. It'll take you all over the place, but I'll always be there. Rumble, I'm really small. I'm a very, very, very tadpole in an ocean. Right? In an ocean. Well, I can't do live chat yet on Rumble because that needs third-party software, and I'm not good at that. But Rumble, my favorite video on Rumble is my compilation of the convoy. Now, recently, someone said, hey, it's been 8 weeks since you did a Rumble. Isn't it time? We had a bad storm in Tennessee Friday, lost electric Friday, and just got it back today. It sure was tough taking care of my bedridden mom. Thankful for electric. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad it wasn't worse. I'm glad it wasn't worse. Well, thank you, Jean. Thank you very much. That's right. Adults should be able to disagree. I mean, this whole censoring thing started when politics and religion and money were not allowed to be discussed at the dinner table. Well, okay, maybe not at the dinner table, but you don't discuss money, politics, and religion. I discuss them all now. But recently, someone said, oh, Bev, you haven't done a Rumble in like 8 weeks. You're overdue, right? So I did a Rumble on 15-minute cities. And there's more. There's more out there. But that video in like a week got over 1,000 views. So I have to start focusing on Rumble so that maybe I can, I started 2022 saying this was going to be my time to start expanding outside of YouTube. Like I'm going to, expand my horizons into Rumble, into Gab, into, I'm doing 4 jars and all that stuff. Hey, Lisa from Texas. How are you? Hey, Jim Ward. How are you? I can't see everybody's chat. So anyway, so that's kind of what you're getting tomorrow on Our Half Acre Homestead. Hey, Donna Rishi, long time no see. We did get rid of the squirrel, and so far it has not come back, but we know there's more than one. So we'll see. We'll see. Dixon County, Tennessee. Sharon, where about in Tennessee? Oh, Dixon County. Okay. So yesterday I got a lot accomplished because, everybody, I have friends like my friend Joe will say, Bev, don't overdo it or you go right back into a fibro flare. But a lot of people, you got to realize that Friday I felt much better and I fixed my dishwasher and I did some dishes. Okay. But yesterday is as good as it was going to get. I was moving and shaking yesterday. I baked all Howie's snacks for the next month. I made pancake mix for the month. I transplanted plants. I made bread. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I do next? And Howie's like watching me like a ping pong ball. And 4 jars canning lids. You also, if you are ordering from Canada, Remember to use the coupon code HALFACRE, all one word, for 10% off. And if you order more than $100 in Canada, it's free shipping. Because the Canada business is just starting. So pretty soon, probably in a year, if it takes off, they'll go down to the $50, over $50 will be free, but I can't say for sure. A lot of people will post a video on YouTube and say, go over to Rumble and see their video. It works. I can post YouTube videos on Rumble. But the thing is I will not use, like, I have posted videos on cooking with cannabis. I posted a video saying, hey, I'm over here on Rumble. Because I had over 18,500 subscribers on Cooking with Cannabis on YouTube when they shut it down. Right? When they, everything's over 18 and they won't monetize it and all that crap. Even though it's totally legal. Right? But so I did that. But I really want YouTube and Rumble to have nothing to do with each other, for the simple reason is that I just don't want. They are so different in my mind that I keep them physically as separate as possible. Why? Because I can't be me. I can be me on YouTube, but I can't be all of me. Right? So on Rumble, you get all of me. Just take all of me. Right? So that's Rumble. But like I said, having 3 operating channels on YouTube, I have to look after them first and foremost. They start here on YouTube to tell people that the video is there with what they can't see here. I think you mean see here, right? I had a veteran friend visit this weekend. I'd not seen him for 20 years, and I baked bread for us. Oh, Andrew, that's wonderful. How are things going with your, with your pain and your recovery of, pain and all that stuff? How is that going, Andrew? What a love. It must have been a wonderful visit. See and say. The video here, what they can't see and say here. Yeah, exactly. So that's why, oh, Jean, I used to sing, but thank you. So yeah, that's tomorrow on Tennessee is the most beautiful ever. I had the opportunity and pleasure to drive through Nebraska to Florida. Tennessee is absolutely gorgeous. I think I have family in Tennessee. I have a niece in Tennessee somewhere. Or that's last I heard. Hey, Samantha. So this is, I would really love it if everybody would subscribe to me on Rumble. There's Mrs. Wolfie Let's Talk. And I've kept the Cooking with Cannabis channel separate. And Seashell has been putting the links up. And because if you want to see the real me, if you want to see, and some of you may just not like what you hear. And that's the risk of being uncensored, right? Is you are going to get it raw. I found pineapple on sale, 88 cents each. Pineapple jam. Why? You got a dehydrator? Well, there's a dried pineapple pieces. Oh my God. I honestly, if I find them on sale again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to juice them. I'm going to cut the ends off, like the outside off. And then I'm going to juice them through my masticating juicer. And then I'm going to dehydrate the pulp for candy. Well, thank you, Linda Saya. Is it Saya or Saya? Or can the pineapple? Absolutely. So, while, I appreciate, you see, I'm getting old, folks. I can't do the stuff I used to do before. Oh, I tell you, they tried to do it on one of our Facebook pages. Our local Facebook page said, you can't have chickens in our township unless you have 5 acres. That's bullshit. That's LaPeche rules. You're not going to tell me that I have a hair under an acre. I've raised pigs, goats, chickens, turkeys, ducks, geese, rabbits. I had a steer here once. You're going to tell me that I can't, what are you going to say next? I can't put a garden on my property? Like, this has gone too far. So, yeah, you're going to hear stuff about you. This is the kind of stuff you're going to hear about on Rumble. You're going to hear about 15-minute cities. You're going to hear about weather control. You're going to hear the woo-woo conspiracy theory stuff. And everybody who's known me for more than 9 years knows that I'm now Mrs. Spoiler Alert, not Mrs. Conspiracy Theory, right? So... everything is great. I get cannabis prescribed and delivered, and I'm almost 9 months sober. Thanks to your wise words and support. Thank you. I will say you're welcome for the support, but my wise words were not wise words. They were words of experience. That's all. Right? I'm so proud of you. One day at a time, man. One day at a time. Any man can fight the battles of just one day. It's when we add the regrets of the past and the worries of the future that we miss out on being in the moment in our lives. It's really important. I will run it through the food processor. Thanks for the tips. There you go. So, hey, Muriel Banks from Australia. How are things? Mindy, thank you, darling. Thank you. You're my favorite YouTuber. I love your channel. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't say anything that would offend me. Well, I really. Oh, thank you, International Cat. I know that's not what your name says, but that's what you are to me now, the International Cat. Some people can't handle the truth. You know what I mean? Some people can't handle, like, when you're talking about what they call conspiracy theories and stuff, right? You are just, all they are, like, oh, you're anti-science. No, I'm not. Science, if you can't question science, then it's not science, because that's all science is looking for answers to questions. And 9 times out of 10, when you ask one, you find 6 more questions. That's science, right? So if you can't question it, then it's not science. This is the kind of thing I talk about on Rumble. But I also I have a video on faith, religion, and spirituality, and that was a hard one to make, because there's a lot of people out there that don't understand there's a lot of people out there that don't understand that it's okay for people to have different opinions about science and politics, religion, and money. But there are people out there that go, oh my God, you're a heretic. You're a pagan devil worshiper. I had people attack me because, do I still have my little horns? Because I had antlers. Hang on. Let me just see if I still have them. I don't think I do. They might have broken. They might have broken. I had a headband that had little red horns on it. Oh, you're sprouting devil horns. It's like, seriously? Why do you wear ears? Why do you wear the ears? They're not here. Why do you wear the ears? Are you like one of those people who identifies with a cat? I'm going like, seriously, dude? Is that all you can come up with? Right? I wear them because they're fun. Period, full stop. And speaking of fun, I had a lovely time visiting with my Bubba yesterday. His mommy's wonderful. She makes sure I get my Bubba time minimum 3 times a week, get my FaceTime. And now that he's met me, this is the shirt he snuggled with me in. What are the bylaws zoning for your area regarding chickens, etc.? Who cares? I'd rather ask for forgiveness than beg for permission. My land. And that's something else. Everybody who pays taxes on their land doesn't own it. Because you're paying your payments. You may, even if your property is completely 100% paid off, the moment you start paying taxes, you're paying payments to the government. And they can take your land anytime they want. Just saying. Big bags of bananas for 50 cents each. I bought all of the blueberries they had. Oh, where is this? Where is this, Sharon? Because I'd love to get deals like that. I love getting deals like that because then you can dehydrate, you can, you can freeze, right? So, yeah. What's the difference between a conspiracy theorist and a spoiler alert? About 6 months. It's like the difference between a good... Howie, we need to cut your hair, trim your hair today. Hey? Well, come in here. I'll do it right now. We'll do it live. He's not ready for that. Got to take the kids home. See you tomorrow on Patreon. Okay, Natalie, I love you. Be safe, okay? It's like the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut. 2 weeks. Right? No matter how you slice it. So, yeah. I'm feeling really good today. Like, I'm not stupid, eh? Like, people will make comments like the other day, yeah, a fibro flare, really? A fibro flare, comma, really, question mark. I said, and you can't leave a cryptic comment like that and not tell me what you're thinking, right? And, I don't understand your question about my fibro flare. And they never came back, so I deleted them. You have me laughing. Well, that's good. Hi, Tina. Oh, yeah. 13 inches of snow from yesterday, melting well. Yeah, here too. Hey, Willows. How's it going, sweetheart? So anyway, that's you tomorrow. I've spent most of today. Well, not most of today. I spent about 2.5 hours editing tomorrow's 5-minute video because I'm pretty much showing you everything I did. And I ended it this morning. Because I transplanted all my celery. I got 37 celery plants. I transplanted my new Manitoba tomatoes. I transplanted my peppers. What did we do for Howie's birthday? Didn't you watch the video, Tigger? I made him steak and smashed potatoes with broccoli and Parmesan, and I made him a chocolate cake that was really fugly. I'm good. I hope you are well and everyone is doing good. Oh, honey. Seashell, can you give Tigger back? Can you put up the steak and fugly cake video for Tigger bouncing there? God, I love Seashell. I don't have to ask Seashell to do anything. She's just way ahead of me on posting links and stuff like that. In Indiana, debate said, my dirt, my choice. Fences do make good neighbors. Good fences do make good neighbors. Absolutely. See, I'm really lucky. My property is surrounded like a horseshoe. From the road to the road. I'm nestled in there in the horseshoe. And I'm surrounded by agricultural land. So, hi, Mary Peltier. How are you? Now, what made you think I got banned? I just saw you were on. That's okay, sweetheart. We're here for a few more minutes. That cake was delicious. We just finished it yesterday. Love the fugly cake. Thank you, Seashell. Hey, Paula. And the baby powder cake. Yeah. We were both in a fibro flare that day, eh, Paula? Because I said baking powder and she heard baby powder. I was making baby powder. And then I was putting, and then when I went to make the cake, she heard baby powder again, thought I was putting baby. I don't know. Did I get that right? So, it's good to see you, Tigger. Absolutely. So, somebody asked me to sing a song, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to sing it. Why? Because it's becoming one of Edward's favorite songs. My second cousin, twice removed's nephew. And I've changed the words. Yeah. I've changed the words. And it's, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please, oh, stay. My sunshine, please stay. Because I don't want to ever think about sunshine, somebody that I love being taken away. Right? Yeah, it's everybody's song. Isn't that everybody's song? I mean, that's the one song we all know. Right? It's the one song we all know. Well, it's my second cousin, twice removed's kid. Right? Anyway, I had a great day yesterday, and I have a lot of editing to do. Oh my God. I take pictures. I take screenshots. And then I email all my family, because that's the only people I'm allowed to share the pictures with. I email all my family going, Duh, can you see my grandson, and then you see my little face down in the corner, because we're FaceTiming while I do it. And you see my little face down the corner, and I screenshot all his giggles and his smiles, and it's just wonderful. That's the only song my granddaughter will settle down to. I have to keep Alexa on repeat. Oh, Alexa. I'm not allowed to have, no, it's not that I'm not allowed. I will not have voice technology in my home. Now, that's not to say that these two phones and all this Wi-Fi and shit's probably recording everything I say. So every once in a while, I'll yell something out in the house, and then I'll check the driveway for black SUVs. Nope, they didn't hear me this time. So I'm just happy to be out of my fibro flare. And I know, right? You gotta laugh. Because sometimes situations can get so nutso, like what's going on in Ohio. I'm going to get off of here shortly, and I'm going to talk about 15-minute cities and Soylent Green and all this stuff, because guess what? I've got clips of everything now, right? Thank you. My dad used to sing that song. I love to hear my mom sing. My mom sang, this was back, late 60s, early 70s, okay, folks? And my mom would smoke in bed, and my brother would be on one side of her, and I'd be on the other. He'd be on this side, I'd be on this side. And my mom, in the dark, she would make designs with the cigarette head, right? And to, make swirls and hearts and stuff, right? In the dark. It was lovely. But she had so many songs, she had so many songs, like, she would sing, she's her mummy's darling, she's her mummy girl. And you can say it, she's her mummy's, he's his mummy's darling. But I sing, he's his grandy's darling now. My greatest joy. Right? So a lot of the songs, like Chububba Chububba Chihuahua, The Dream Man is coming on the train. And Two Cheeks Just Like a Rose. All of those songs are right here, waiting for when I get to have my. Is that the coal one, Angela? The coal train that derailed? Oh, I know, Mindy Patriot Angel. That's why I'm going to edit Tuesday's video, and I'm going to try and edit 2 chapters. Oh my God, it's almost supper already. And hopefully tomorrow and Tuesday, I'll be able to work on my Rumble channel. You know what I mean? It's just I'm only one person. Squirrel Tribe has a great take on Ohio. Where was the derailment? I have family in Ohio. Palestine was the chemical. I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about it on Rumble. The way I look at it is, how can you raise animals? How can you live in the country and raise animals and gardens if you can't use the soil or the water? This is Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead and Life with the Wolfies saying, I've had a lovely day. We're going to say a prayer. Aaron Brockovich had a press conference about that, Rosie. Could you guys get links to this shit? Email it to me, okay? Email me anything like that. Trust me. MrsWolfe@gmail.com. Or no, ConnectedHeartsFamily@gmail.com. Right? So let's, for all those who care to, now this is non-denominational. If you have a faith, join. If you don't have a faith and you just want to feel it, join in. But this is where we leave the rules of religion behind and we join our hearts and our hands in love and light. God's, the Creator's light and love. Right? That's what unites us all. Right? So for all those who care to, if you're not staying, take care, God bless. But for all those who care to, please help me close with a some spiritual nourishment. That's what one of my favorite things to call it is spiritual nourishment. I heard there was a coal train derailment as well. Anyway, let's take some deep cleansing breaths. This weekend. That's 3 then. That's 3 because there was a coal derailment as well. Okay. And a manufacturing plant. A whole bunch of shit happened in Ohio. I think, one of them old folk singers is going to have to start writing shit again. Like, where's Bob? Get Bob out there and start singing about Ohio. Deep breath. If you have fear, where's your faith? And if you have faith, there is no fear stronger than faith. If your faith is strong. One more. Hey, God, creator and source of all, how's it going? Before we get into everything, God, I just want to say thank you for getting me through my fibro flare. You know how brutal they are on me sometimes, God, and I just want to say thank you that I woke up on the right side of the ground today and that I'm walking under my own steam for the most part. So thank you for that, God. Thank you for all my friends and family here on YouTube and on Rumble and on Gab and Facebook that just keep showing up every day, God, lifting me up as I try and lift them up. God, I have a whole family out there in the world that I've never met except here, and I am so grateful that there's a lot of people out there, God, that are frightened, seeing things that they just don't understand, coming to the awakenings that things in there that they've always believed aren't necessarily what they thought they were, and that creates a lot of anxiety and fear. There's a lot of ill health and destruction and pain and fear going on in the world. God, we just ask, as we lift ourselves and everybody up to you, that you pour the warm honey light of your love down over us all and fill us with the divine light of your love, so that as we glow with your love and your light, it spreads to everyone in its wake, and we become a tsunami of love. I ask, God, that as we see a lot of frightening things going on in the world, that we remember that you have us. You have us. And when you have us in the palm of your hand, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. So thank you, God, for bringing us together and giving us the ability to love and laugh and lift each other up. Thank you for that, God, because we know it comes from you. Sorry. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part. Blessed be. Miigwech. Shalom. Peace be with you. Walk in the shining light of God's love, whatever language you use to communicate with your faith. Isn't love the language that's always the most well received? Take care. God bless. And until Thursday night, we'll see you soon. Prayers are welcome to help me get all my work done that I need to do. Prayers are always welcome. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.